god! It's a Twin Blades variant. There's a Maelstrom on the backside. Phantom's picking up more kills, finds Andrew as well. It's a triple. Oh, look at Tahaka. Finds the Abathur top lane 6. Great Ring of Frost connecting on the 4 members. We might have a comeback for the ages here. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Will they be able to escape? ETC does fall. What a counter attack by Regen Red, and he's gonna barely get away with this friggin' teleport ability. Holy shit! That was really spicy. Hey everyone, and welcome to the Nexus Gaming Series Division D West Finals. We're finally here. The whole season ended. The playoffs bring us to this moment. You win tonight, you go on to the grand finals for Division D. It's the #1 seed, Boogan squad, up against the #2 seed, Pigeon, Stitches. And I'm just chilling here in lobby with them. They're ready to go. They were here early, on time actually, and they're thrilled to get started. I see some banter in our lobby chat. And while I have you here for a moment, let me go over those map bans. We had Dragonshire banned out by Boogan squad. Pigeon Stitches banned out Infernal Shrines. And here we go. It's going to be Sky Temple for game #1. And I finally have readies from both sides. So without further ado, let's get this thing started. Woo! Sky Temple. Alright, so we've seen a bit of Sky Temple recently. I feel like some teams are starting to look at it. I've seen it in Division C, obviously. Regen Red's been trying to play it a lot. But here in Division D, Sky Temple, the #1 game here today. And we'll see if Boogan squad can bring it to Pigeon Stitches on a map that they chose. They're going to start off this draft with their ban first. See some friends joining us in chat. I want to thank everyone for these follows so far. Bummer Knots hanging out. Mbot1. I'm going to mess this one up, but Jaikunak, thank you. And Tom Piece for that recent follow. I may have missed one before we got here. Let me see if I can find that just so I can say thanks. Yeah, it was Renal TV. If you're still here, thanks for that follow as well. We see the Deckard Kane band coming out first from the Boogs. Let's be followed up with the Maev band here from Pigeon Stitches. We're right back over to the blue side now with their second band. Haven't had the opportunity to cast Boogan squad yet this season. I have, however, had opportunity to check out Pigeon Stitches, I believe a couple times, but it was over on the NGS channel earlier this season for a Thursday night showdown back in April, where they defeated the OC Peach Boys 2-1. This is a much bigger matchup than those. You know, Pigeon Stitches, they go through the playoffs in the #2 spot. They knock out a few teams, including, I believe, Sack of Bricks in the semifinals. We see Rexar banned out there by Boogan squad. But they've had a nice little path here, and they haven't dropped much. Wait, let me see if I can find the actual result of that match. I'm not gonna be able to see it here. But anyway, they knocked out Stranger Pings in round 1. In the semifinals, they knocked out Sack of Bricks. And then Boogan squad round 1 knocked out Disturbance. And then in the semifinals, knocked out Weenus's own team, Clouded Minds. Jason, appreciate the love there. Yeah, looking fresh. No hat tonight. Kept the shades, though. Put on a nice shirt for this one. Anubarak first selected here after we saw the Zeratul banned out by Pigeon Stitches. We're getting going quick here. Tyrande, Imperious, selected by Pigeon Stitches with their 1-2 picks. Now we're starting to see where these teams are looking. I like getting on that Tyrande early. They can use the vision to help out on some of these shrines, some of these camps. Maybe use that to their advantage in moving around the map, finding some of these camps of their own. But there's a Jaina, there's a Kerrigan for Boogan squad, and that's 2 assassins picked here in the first half of the draft for Boogan squad. Maybe showing a bit too much of what they want to try to do. They haven't shown their offlaner yet. They haven't shown their support. But Pigeon Stitches have a good idea of what they're going to have to deal with in that 4-man rotation. Unless something crazy happens after this. We see Anna banned out by Pigeon Stitches and Johanna, the final ban here by Boogan Squad. So now we're starting to see if Pigeon Stitches has something in mind to counter this Kerrigan pick. The slows from Jaina. Will it help Kerrigan land those combos? I'd probably say yes. So it's going to be a Rainer and an Arthas in response, and I really, really love this Arthas pick. It can play in the 4-man, leave Imperius for that solo lane, and Arthas is going to do a hell of a job up against this Kerrigan, making sure she can't get those auto attacks off in some of these skirmishes that are going to occur in mid and bot lanes. So now a bit of thinking for Boogan Squad with their last picks, just 5 seconds remaining. See what they're going to do. It'll be Phoenix and Rhaegar. I actually just played a Phoenix game right before hopping on the cast. So excited to see what Camp Bellas has for the Phoenix here, and the Rhaegar, that last pick for Boogan Squad. But on the other side, look what just got picked. It's the Vikings. So when I said it's going to be Imperius in the solo lane, maybe not. Twitch chat, your time to speak. Let me know in chat. Hashtag BS or hashtag PS. Oh, that'll be tough. But let me know in chat who you think's going to win. Excuse me, is it Boogan Squad? Question mark? Or is it Pigeon Stitches? Question mark. You tell me. Your votes count. Also want to note we have a bid goal going today. If it completes, your favorite team automatically wins the matchup. That's a complete joke. Don't believe me. But appreciate all you guys stopping in tonight. Hope we have a good one. This is a best of 3 this evening. So it's not win and go home here on map number 1. We've seen plenty of reverse sweeps throughout the NGS Season 6. But you got to get off to a good start. It is the finals. You don't want to drop this early game here on Sky Temple if you're either of these teams. Number 1 versus number 2. And I'm excited to get this one started. Hope you guys at home are as well. Just loading in slow here. I don't know who's holding it up. Hopefully not me. That would be not too good. Appears as though my OBS is fine, so I doubt it's me. Repsychic a little bit hyped for those Vikings as well. I'm calling out Slava and the Tyrande pick. We'll see how that works out for Pigeon Stitches here. And here we go. Game number 1. And let me please introduce this team. On the left-hand side, we have the Boogan Squad represented by Dr. Evil himself. Mantis playing on the Jaina. Michael on the Kerrigan. Tom Peace sporting the sport dog. It's Rhaegar. Camp Bellas on the Phoenix, and Bummernot on the Anubarak. Ladies and gentlemenos, I present to you the number 1 team in Division D West. They are Boogan Squad. And over on the right-hand side, we got their competitors tonight, Black and Avian, going to be playing that Imperius. Stepchild Area on the Rainer. Killer Fry playing the Arthas. We see... Where's our last hero? Who are we missing? Oh, Slava on the Tyrande. And then last but not least, playing the Eric, it's Fox. Playing the Olaf, it's Fox. And in the top lane, all by himself in green, playing the Baylog, it's also Fox. Ladies and gentlemen, the Pigeon Stitches. As we join them here in the bottom lane, they're working on one of these towers and an early kill. Does that count as first blood? Eric picked off here in this rotation coming down. Killer Fry may be in trouble next. Kerrigan showing up. Big stun there. And the Jaina Blizzard right on top. That's first blood. And that's going to be an early start here for Boogan Squad. You see the B steps. You see the sprays. Hopefully no disrespect. That was quite the start there for the Boogan Squad. Now turning their focus onto this Olaf. And he's comboed up by Kerrigan. 2 quick kills on Vikings. And that 1 kill onto Imperius as well. Means this is a fantastic start now for Boogan Squad. Moving on to their camp with the Kerrigan, the Rhaegar. They also have the Jaina here. Anubarak rotating over to the other camp to check it out. Looks like they want to invade this. However, we do have to note, they do not have presence in this mid lane right now. They do not have presence in this bot lane right now. So XP is being missed on some of these minion waves. But they're making up for it in the kills. They're making up for it in these camps. And we'll see if they can apply the pressure bot lane, as now 2 siege camps are here. It's just a little Eric. Balog just died up top to this Phoenix who's pushing in on a wall. And Boogan's squad are continuing to look excellent here. Early on Sky Temple, we're not even 2 minutes in, and we got this bottom wall under assault. These towers are taking a lot of damage from these Siege Giants. Up top, I want to resume viewing up here where you see Phoenix worked on that wall, got one of the turrets down. Now Raynor responding with his bruiser camp in the top lane. Back down bottom. Finally, the clears here from Pigeon Stitches, trying to get rid of these siege camps that were pushing. They cleared out the one that was on their fort. But this one here was able to get another turret down for Boogan's squad. As this lead continues, they're starting to work on their own bruiser camp now for this top lane to help out the Phoenix, who's struggling up against this bruiser camp pushing in. Actually, that's not a joke. He's still got a full shield, and this Balog ain't doing too much against it. Bottom lane, though, still keeping the priority here, knowing they got to use his Vikings comp somehow. They're keeping 4 heroes down here. Actually, they keep the Eric with them as well. As the temples are activating, Eric will be the only hero remaining. Just another kill on Balog up top. There we go. Towers down, wall down well. Next in the sights of Boogan's squad. And with this bruiser camp, they might be thinking forward as well. But Tyrande showing up. There's Slava landing one of those lunar flares. But backing up will be Michael, seeing his Rhaegar back on this temple. They're just going to get the channel off. They also control mid right now with Anubarak and the vision control they also have. So Anub able to move out of here with plenty of time, knowing that this rotation's coming out from Pigeon Stitches. Maybe a re-engagement. Phoenix here, Kerrigan here, now showing up as Rhaegar. And it looks like they might want to take this fight on the point. Showing up now is Olaf. Combo missing from Kerrigan, but there's a good impale from Anubarak. Turnaround starting to happen. Black and Avian staying strong on that Imperius. Trying to find a stun for his team, but nothing here quite yet, just as Kerrigan. But no response from the rest of the squad. Raynor just a little bit too far. And now Imperius might fall himself. 200 health, but he gets a kill. Rhaegar trying to finish him off, but he won't be able to. Spear gonna miss. Top piece of trouble, and he's gonna fall as well. But Imperius finally does go down. It's Mantis showing up with a blizzard, picking him off. But overall, let's recap what's gone on. Now it's 3-2 in favor of Boogan's squad. But this bottom lane took a little bit of damage. That Eric was pushing the whole time. They got a few of those shots on the temple as well that did some damage at mid. You see one of the turrets here down as well. And at the XP bar right now, it's Pigeon Stitches in the lead. So Vikings working out. Let me show you some of these talents really quick, and then we'll switch on over and show you some XP stats as well, because everyone at home, you want to know how good are these Vikings actually doing. But there you go, 7,239 XP right now for Fox. And on the other side is Phoenix leading the way with 4,200 for Boogan's squad. So a little bit of a lead there for TLZ. But now, after that kill, onto the Olaf, which is, excuse me, it was Eric. Oh, no, not like this, Rhaegar. Not like this. I feel so bad for that one. I thought they were going to be able to move in, make a defense there, and really stand sturdy with a little bit of help. Just from the fact of knowing they have some real heroes in these fights. But losing that Rhaegar right there, not too good. Smart play by Pigeon Stitches, remaining sturdy in there, and resilient enough to find that pick and pick him off. So they get another tower down bottom and have that lead towards level 10 with these Vikings. Check them out mid getting that soak, up top getting that soak. This level 10 is going to be here in a moment, and they're going to be right on this point in the bottom lane when they get it. So we'll see if Pigeon Stitches can make anything happen with the lead when it gets here. They're only going to have a little bit of time, maybe 30 seconds or so. Might actually break out at mid. Fox in trouble. Olaf down. Kerrigan's still here. Level 10s are here. They're not turning it. They don't want it. They don't want anything but this bruiser camp. Stepchild area, the Raynor and the Tyrande, played by Slava, going to help out Fox. There's going to be a bruiser camp for the top lane as Eric just got picked off down bottom again. I've missed all these kills. I feel like the Vikings, they're on the same page as me. We just can't keep up with these rotations coming out from Boogan's squad onto these little Nordic men. There's Killer Fry trying to walk in. Kerrigan with the combo, but she's all alone by these towers. Root's going to come out from the Jaina Ring of Frost, landing onto one. So far, it is that 1-for-1 trade. Arthas for Kerrigan, as the Cocoon is on top of Imperius. Black Navy going to hop out with full health. he's going to be safe. But his temple's still active. You see Bummer now walking back on with Tom Peace and Campbella's Mantis here as well. No soak happening in the rest of the lanes as the Vikings are still pursuing this push up top with the Bruisers. That's going to start getting pretty dirty in a second. You see Kerrigan having to walk in here to respond as the fight's going to re-break out down bottom, I think. Black and Avian's nearby, but a Beetle's going to scout it. Maybe they don't want to move in. Still waiting for Arthas to show up. Now Eric is going to walk in. They want to get a couple of these shots. They might lose a Viking early. There's the Lunar Flare. Going to push back a Nubrak, and bonus shots actually are going to turn over hands here. Pigeon Stitches going to shoot a few down with that well, and it'll secure it. Joining back up top, it's Kerrigan getting the clear onto that Bruiser camp, saving that wall of Boogan's squad. Good job by her. Now jumping onto Baylog. Fox in trouble. I don't think he gets out of this. Combo gonna miss, but jumping right back on with Ravage. Fox actually will be able to scoot away. Good job by him there. Avoiding that combo, really the only thing keeping him alive. Over here on this camp, you see Mantis picking up a Bruiser camp. Tompkins going to help out just a bit, making sure that not too much damage is taken by sweet old Jaina there. Boss being looked at both sides. Nubrak nearby. Arthas was nearby along with that Imperius, but they're going to walk up the mid lane, push this up. Maybe giving some space for some thought here from Boogan squad if they want to be risky. Knowing that Bruiser camp's up top, it wouldn't be the worst idea in the book, but they're going to find a kill here on Olaf mid. Now do they want this boss? We'll find out. They're going to walk past it again. Still nothing as it's scouted by Tyrande with that Sentinel. Bruiser camp up top is about to be cleared. Still one catapult as well. As Pigeon Stitch is starting to make this rotation down with level 13 talents. I'll give you a look at those as well here. Eric in trouble. Going to hop in his shield kite. Get on out. Actually, I suppose his isn't exactly a shield, is it? It's like his pajama hood or something. Temple's just announced 25 seconds for those. Lane's starting to really push in, and with these outer forts all down, you're starting to look at keeps taking damage here for Pigeon Stitches, which is not a good look for the red side. So we'll see if they can take a fight on top. Of course, these Vikings, down bot. Of course, these Vikings are still up top pushing. They're not going to leave anyone mid for now. This temple's active in 2 seconds. We're going to see where these teams want to go. So far, it's a Nubrak on this bottom point. It'll be Olaf up top on the top temple. As Pigeon Stitches are looking to move in here, but this mini wave in their face, they're going to clear it out first. As the full team rotates down, now there's a siege camp in their face. They got to play it even further back. And I'm starting to think Pigeon Stitches will not be able to walk in onto this temple. We'll find out, but it's going to be at least halfway done, as you already see. Bummernot's still standing on there. Now about 75% complete. I don't think they're moving in. There's going to be a Howling Blast revealing Michael in the bush, and that's all she wrote. Pigeon Stitches is going to rotate up to mid. Their fort will take some damage here. We'll check out the bonus shots flying in. We'll call that 50% health on the bot keep right now for Pigeon Stitches, and Boogan squad might be looking to find a fight and potentially move on to that boss if they get some kills. That's their win condition. It's set up nicely so far. I don't know how Pigeon Stitches gets back in without some kills. They're not really looking for team fights, which is probably my only critique thus far of their play. Vikings have been getting some value. Of course, they've been picked off a few times, but peeking back over at the XP, you still see, look at it, 18,000 right now for TLV. Next closest, 10,000 away on the other side for Phoenix. But the deaths are starting to tally up. And they're not confident in these team fights. It's really one thing I always like to note, especially in our lower divisions, of really how the confidence can be such a factor in these matches. As now you see the confidence coming out when they see their opponents up top killing some Vikings. They're going to rotate quickly onto this boss. Smart move here. They can't afford giving this thing up. I mentioned how their keep is so low. This boss instantly becomes a win condition for Boogan squad. As they're making the rotation down, they're going to be just a little bit too late as the escape is successful here, getting out, as well as grabbing this siege camp to help push this bottom lane out. 2 minions here, but Rainer's going to help deal with that as the boss is approaching over here to our left. 4 heroes here right now. Phoenix the only one up top for Boogan squad. They're trying to get this boss down before the keep destroyed. But here come Pigeon Stitches. Hyperion down, but a great Ring of Frost response from Jaina. Still getting value as Raynor, and the stun there from Imperius was good, but the Ancestral was even better from Rhaegar, as now the counterattack might start with Phoenix showing up. He still got that Purification salvo, but not enough to keep these heroes slowed and dismounted. As Pigeon Stitches will escape with their lives, escape with a downed fort. But we got double temple phase active. It's gonna be Olaf near mid, along with the rest of Pigeon Stitches and his Boogan squad, finishing off what they started during the last objective. This will be the first keep down of the game in the bottom lane. There's that final shot right there. Pigeon Stitches have to start thinking of what they can do to get back into it. It's going to be this Bruiser camp first. I think they were scouted on this rotation, but no one's coming yet from Boogan squad. So this is going to push this top lane, and I would love to see them push with it. We're both teams at level 16. We're got all of our talents that we really need, except those storm talents in a bit. These builds are ready to go. Jaina, she's ready to go. Kerrigan, she's ready to go. As you see Mantis jump, or excuse me, Michael jumping in there. Not enough follow-up from Mantis ready to go. So they get to clear the Bruiser camps down. That keeps going to survive. And this is now advantage on the map, structurally speaking, for Boogan's squad. Having a keep down, catapults will be spawning every single wave in this bottom lane. Won't be the case for Pigeon Stitches here. Not in any of these lanes yet, as Fox will be down once again on that Olaf. Let's show you how these kills have been breaking down. 1.75 for Jaina, and Rhaegar is a big burrow charge in from Bummernot. Gonna help invade this camp as they turn onto another Viking. Wait, no they don't. Play again, sending them up top. That'll survive there, and now Vikings trying to push onto a wall. Rotation gonna have to come. Look at this, Tom Piece, Mantis, Bummernot, Camp Bellas, they're all rotating up top trying to deal with these Vikings. They might find some kills. We'll see if these hearts can go off. They're trying. Oh no, they're canceled. Oh no, it was the other fight. Olaf used Invulnerable and it broke the channels. So all the Vikings are going to be down. It's a triple kill on Eric, Olaf, and Balog. And that's going to signal push top lane right now for Boogan squad. Yeah, they're definitely pushing it in. They have this Beetle build from a Nubarak. Going those extra Beetle armors at level 1 is going to keep them in here a bit longer. So here they go. Bummernot and the whole crew here. Ring of Frost connecting onto 2, but it's Arthas first to fall. Purification Salvo going to finish the rest of their damage out, but not enough to get the kills. All they get is the wall. Maybe a bit more, but they gotta wait for the Cyperion to end. And it's a temple active in 15 seconds. Maybe they just rotate out. They get a camp. They get a temple. They're definitely gonna get a keep if they can secure the full temple. And all these lanes, nothing to worry about. Mid starting to push in onto that keep wall. Top still in trouble. Now with the Bruiser camp, they're going to decide to try to get this keep down themselves. Not going to use the temple. They want it now. It's Fox walking in on Balog and popping right back out. Might fall. Stun gonna connect. Kerrigan gets the kill. The Cocoon's out on Imperius. Is there any follow-up? No, not quite. Black and Avian able to walk away. But another keep down, and this Bruiser camp now moving onto the core along with the rest of Boogan squad. And Stepchild area taking a lot of damage, able to move away, getting some supporting from Slava. But do they have the damage to get any kills to push these heroes off their core? It's Killer Fry falling first. Arthas is down. Purification Salvo being sent down, but back into the Hall of Storms are these two heroes, Raynor and Imperius. That's going to be it. There's no way to get it from here. Game number 1. Going to go on over to the number 1 seed here in Division D West, Boogan Squad. All right, here's that match summary brought to you by our good friends at Nexus Gaming Series. 8-4, the final kill count, 16 minutes and 3 seconds. Boogan squad on top here in game number 1 and are now 1 game away from going to the grand finals. Let me make sure I show you guys these talents before we head to our first break of the evening. I want to once again take this opportunity to thank everyone who's shown up tonight everyone who's supporting these teams, and everyone who supported me on my stream the entire season long. This is my last stream of the season, and I'm glad you guys can be a part of it. We'll be back with game number 2 in just a moment. And welcome back to the stream, guys. Thanks for hanging out during the break. I'm your host tonight, Murda. If you guys are not acquainted with me, thank you so much for stopping in tonight. Still waiting to see where we're going here for map number 2. Don't have a lobby quite yet. Waiting to see what these teams are deciding. Appears they're not in a lobby yet, so we're just going to hang out for a moment. We'll discuss game number 1 a bit. It was Sky Temple, it was Boogan Squad, and they dealt with the Vikings pretty well. They had quite the combos coming out from their Kerrigan, from their Phoenix. Of course, they had a Nubrak as well. A lot of stuns, a lot of stuff going on. Pretty good supporting that game as well. Overall, A+ from Boogan Squad. Pigeon Stitches, not too bad themselves. I thought the Vikings got the value that they were looking for in terms of XP. They just never found the team fights they wanted. Just never really came together with the Vikings comp. In the end, it's Sky Temple going over to Boogan Squad. I think I missed writing one hero down. It was Rhaegar. What did I miss over here? Right. Sorry, just checking my book, making sure I had all that written down. And there is our lobby. Fantastic. Teams are here. I'm in the observer slot. Looks like this is the map selection of Boogan Squad, Tomb of the Spider Queen. Write that in my book. Let's see if they're ready to go. I mean, I don't know if they are. I'll tell them I'm ready. I'm ready if you are. Looks like Black and Avian's ready. Mantis is ready. Everybody in the club is ready for game number 2 going to be Tomb of the Spider Queen. And it's going to be Boogan Squad up 1-0. Pigeon Stitches now with their backs against the ropes. Will they be able to pull it off here? Here we go. Tomb of the Spider Queen. It'll be Pigeon Stitches leading off our draft this time. Of course, game number 1, it was Boogan Squad. Playing on the map selection of Sky Temple, where they had the first pick. This could be that same ban on Maiev here. Pigeon Stitches not wanting to change up the strategy quite yet. They just don't want to deal with her. And that's fine. Don't really feel like their drafting was necessarily what cost them game number 1. I just want to see them come out with a similar draft and change the dial up. Like, turn it up a bit. Crank it from that 6 or 7 up to an 8, 9, or 10. And start taking it to the faces of Boogan Squad here. They've been the big bad wolves of Division D West all season long. Maybe we should call them the Boogeymen. Pigeon Stitches have to make it happen here on Tomb of the Spider Queen if they want to see the light of day tomorrow. They're going to ban out that Kerrigan as well. Serves a similar purpose to the Maiev. And you saw how good it was in game number 1. They just don't want to deal with it in game number 2. Michael playing that Kerrigan. I think you can almost say MVP of that first game. As we're going to see our final ban coming out. It'll be Deckard Cain. So similar bans from both sides, but a few slight alterations as we're back over with Pigeon Stitches, their first to pick here. And they're going to go with Zeratul, getting them early. And this is exactly what I was just saying. Take it to Boogan Squad. Don't let them take it to you. And this Zeratul is a great way to get it started. But it's going to be up against a Johanna and a Jaina on Tomb of the Spider Queen. This is wave clear. Possibly Johanna's best map. In my opinion, it is. And Jaina's so fantastic here as well because of how easy it is for her to combo with Johanna in these wave clears. You only need 2 heroes to get the job done. And they've already got them selected here with their 1-2 pick. So fine drafting by Boogan Squad as we're going to see Diablo picked up and Malfurion here for Pigeon Stitches. A classic combination to say the least. I think this has been going on since 2015, Diablo and Malfurion. But we're going to see if Pigeon Stitches can bring it here in 2019, the Season 6 NGS Division D West Finals. Rexar banned a second time this evening by Boogan Squad. And that'll be 2 apiece for both Deckard and Rexar, as Johanna and Anubrak the only swap there. Ana also going to be banned out, so now Maiev and Ana both with a ban drawn on the side of Pigeon Stitches. We're back over to Boogan Squad. They have this Johanna Jaina I said was so good. They're going to pair it up with an Artanis for this bot lane. See if they want their support now or hold back. There's really not too much reason to not just go ahead and take it if you want it. I'm going to go with the white main. Haven't seen too much white main recently. Tom Peace played the Rhaegar pretty well game number 1. I've got some faith that Tom Peace will pull it off on the white main here in game number 2 as well. We'll go with Pigeon Stitches though. How are they going to respond? Final 2 selections. Black and Avian and Deathchild area. That's going to be their off lane. It's going to be Blaze. And damage. It's going to be Kael'thas. I love this Kael'thas. But do they have enough for the VP? They'll have the Jet Propulsion now from Black and Avian. Of course, they have the APOC. So a few ways to keep them there. Of course, the roots as well from Malfurion. Is this enough damage from Kael'thas? You're going to have to find that bomb spread. And if you can pull it off, I think this is exactly what they need. A team fighting comp against a team that struggled, or I should say a team that struggled with having a good team fight in game number 1. It's what they got to try to pull out. They're going to do it here game number 2. The final picks, Rainer for Cambelas. We got to go back over to you in chat. Hashtag PS or hashtag BS. Pigeon Stitches or Boogan Squad. Who you guys rooting for? Game number 1 was a split, 1 apiece. I want to see some more representation from you guys this time. Help me out. I'm here by myself. Don't make me talk to myself all night. Keep me entertained with your votes. I command thee. Who do I think's gonna win? I got hope here this time for Pigeon Stitches. I'm in love with the Zeratul pick. They might struggle a bit with the wave clear, having to just use the Kael'thas. Zeratul is not gonna be able to do as much as would the Raynor and Jaina, but we'll find out. Game number 2 is here. And let me introduce once again our team on the left-hand side. They're the #1 squad in Division D West. It's the Boogan squad. Campbella's on the Raynor. Michael playing the Johanna this game, switching over to tank. Mantis on the Jaina. Bummer not playing Artanis. And last but not least on the white main. Looking fancy in those rainbow colors. It's Tom Peace. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, they are Boogan squad. And over on the right-hand side in red, we got their competitors. It's Killer Fry up front on Diablo, Black and Avian playing Blaze, Fox on the Zeratul, Slava on the Malfurion. Thank you for that follow, by the way. And it's Deathchild Area on the Kael'thas. Ladies and gentle beings, I present to you the #2 seed in Division D West. They are Pigeon Stitches. #1 talents up. It is going to be new habits here from Blaze. It's going to help a bit slows from Jaina. Some of the slows that can come out from Johanna as well. Raynor, of course, can get some slows of his own. So Globe stacking for Blaze is going to be the name of the game. He's up against an Artanis in his bottom lane. It's Bummer not playing that Artanis. You see the battle of the bees. Bummer not and Black and Avian in the bottom lane, duking it out once again here. Here we go in the mid lane. It's going to be early rotations coming out. Actually, Zeratul getting his hand in here as well, holding on to 8 gems early, trying to help out in these rotations. And it looks like an early lead thus far for Pigeon Stitches as the XP slightly in their favor. Let's see if Johanna and Jaina can catch up, which I assure you they certainly can if they try. But they're going to send Jaina over early to Bruiser? No. Mantis deciding not able to do that this early. Going to rejoin the team up top. Start trying to catch up in these rotations, but here's Diablo Scout. He doesn't have a Shadow Charge if he wants to use it. Here's Iron Turn early from Johanna. She's going to use the end of that and back on out. As the wave clear continues, good zoning on those gems as well. Michael not able to reach them in time. Looking at our gem counts, it's 24 to 16 in favor of Pigeon Stitches. They got a nice lead here. There's Johanna turning in 5 gems of her own. But gems on hand, really the thing that matters in terms of the potential. Checking out our votes down in chat. We got 1 for Pigeon Stitches, 1 for Boogan Squad. And you guys aren't helping me out. There's another vote here for hashtag SS. I don't know who SS is. Is it the Stitches Squad? Or Squad Stitches, however you want to say it? Rooting for both teams right now is really a girl in the chat. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for joining. Thank you for participating in the vote. Let's Force achieve for both sides. Got those talents up on your screen right now as it's Johanna all by herself up top trying to defend against this wave clear from Kael'thas, Diablo, and Malfurion. Rest of the squad over on this Bruiser camp. Artanis going to be the one to finish that off. Mantis going to rejoin the squad here at mid. Gem counts now 14 ahead in favor of Pigeon Stitches. These rotations have been working. And they're going to have opportunity for a pretty easy clear on this Bruiser camp. They're going to send the Zeratul back up. He's here at mid lane now as more gems are being turned in by Boogan Squad. They're up to 32 in the bank, 25 in the bank for Pigeon Stitches as this Bruiser camp about to be approaching this mid wall. Johanna's still here trying to help push it in, but the rest of Pigeon Stitches also making this rotation down. That's going to be killed in a second. Oh, wow. Ripped Murda, ripped gems. That's a lot of gems hitting the floor there. And now all caught up in this one is Boogan Squad. I think there definitely were enough gems on hand for that turn-in, but they didn't get it. They lose the Blaze, they lose the gems. They lose their XP lead as well, as now level 7's a bit closer for Boogan Squad. It's Michael trying to condemn 3 enemy heroes, but they're close to the wall. They're not going to be able to be held in any longer. They're going to be safe back by the wall. Malfurion going to top off some health bars. now both teams approaching the 50 gem mark. And it's been consistent turn-ins from Boogan's squad. It seems like every time they have gems on hand, they're willing to channel them in the bank. Now sitting at 42 is Pigeon Stitches, sitting at 41. Let's also check out down bottom to see see three more gems being turned in by Artanis. Here's going to be the remainder by Mantis, and those will make it in. First web weavers are going to go over to Boogan squad. I didn't see that one coming earlier in this game, but the kill on Blaze certainly helped. It's our only kill thus far belonging to Artanis. As Blue Web Weaver's about to be here in a moment, Blaze looking for a fight, but not finding enough with that jet propulsion. Has to start walking away. Root's going to land on Artanis, but he's certainly fine. Bumper not slamming into some minions, getting some shielding built up on his Artanis. And here comes a nice push on mid. No minion wave here to stop this Web Weaver from making it all the way to the wall. And joined up by Jaina, joined up by Raynor. This wall is not long for this world. Here's Johanna going to help stop this rotation, get some dismounts and blinds out as the rest of the team able to respond, start backing out as they need, although Bumbernot may be in a tough spot. Also now getting rooted in by Malfurion. His pinky toe landed into that grassy patch, and Bumbernot's going to fall here. 200 health. Yeah, finally, Kael'thas able to get the final living bomb off, finishing off Artanis, getting their first kill of the game, and giving them enough space to finish clearing up these web weavers that did quite a bit of destruction in mid. Quite a bit down bottom as well, getting through that wall, starting off on this fort as well. Mid, you see that wall down, a bit of damage onto that fort. Up top, wall down, still 2 turrets, but these minions are trying to change that. Now we got to start looking at gem counts again. It's Pigeon Stitches, already with 41 in the bank, 54 on hand. We can start thinking about a double turn-in. As Blaze in that bush was scouted out by Whitemane, but going to use that jet propulsion getting out as a turn-in happened up top by Zeratul. We got a siege camp being contested here. Both sides looking at it. But the fight in lane's going to try to come out on Raynor. He's not going to be stunned. Campbellas will survive as now the swap happening. Bumbernot looking for Blaze, but he pops his trait and will be able to walk on out. Web Weaver getting destroyed pretty quickly, as well as the lips there onto Johanna. Not necessarily the target they want to kill. So pretty good wave clear down bot. Mid still going to be an issue. Blaze going to hold this, throwing down some oil, slowing the rotation down. And quite a good job by Diablo as well. There's a jet propulsion on a couple, but Iron's keeping Johanna safe until it expires inside of a root. I don't think any more pushing is going to happen here from Pigeon Stitches, although they do have level 10s. It's going to be combustion from Blaze. They got the VP, the Phoenix. And there's the APOC from Diablo. Tranquility to play for Malfurion, not going for the silence as the fight's going to happen up top. There's the VP onto 3. Going to negate this engagement and allow everyone to back on out, but they won't be able to combo it with the rest of their pieces. The APOC, the combustion, even the Phoenix. That's all she wrote. A VP disengagement, a trading of heroics. Pigeon Stitches with a slight lead now. Weren't able to get this 4. Look at that. 59 health points on that baby. It's going to survive. As the back-to-back turn-in being attempted here. Nice charge from Diablo, keeping Bumbernot back. Black and Avian still going to try to jam those gems in the bank, but not able to find it quite yet. The rest of the squad going to rotate up to this top turn-in spot. Fox holding on to 19. He's definitely a priority here. For getting these gems turned in. Now holding on to 22, becoming even more of a kill target here for Boogan's squad, as Michael should have that scouted, at least temporarily. A lot of gems being cashed in by Campbellas and Bumbernot, and all those get in. Now 38 in the bank for Boogan's squad. Jaina holding on to another 6. She's starting up the channel as Black and Avian showing up late for the interrupt. Jaina gets in another 6, now at 44. It's gonna be Boogan squad. Artanis under trouble. That cleanse was good, but he's stuck right back in there. APOC now gonna hit. Oh, Whitemane didn't get hit?
But now she gets stunned by the jet propulsion. Top piece in trouble after Artanis is already falling. There's a Ring of Frost hitting out the 2. It's Blaze in trouble. Very low. 11 gems at the floor. Killer Fry could be next Diablo. You got souls. You can't fall here, Killer Fry. But look at Rainer on the flank. 300 health. He doesn't get the kill. Fox able to push him back. As the channel is going to start once again, but they need 11. That's only 10 so far. Slava also going to have to channel. Michael showing up, should have a shield glare, but not in time. Now Furion able to get the gems in. Now Fox in trouble. Already got his gems cashed, but you don't want to lose your Zeratul right now. Condemn going to land. Whew. You lucky little Fox. Zeratul going to survive. Flashing there behind the wall, keeping the rest of his health, and will be able to help out. He has that DP back online. Still 30 seconds for the APOC. The rest of the heroics as well, not ready to go for Pigeon Stitches, so they might want to wait it out just a bit. They're going to join up with this Web Weaver down bottom, where they were trying to prioritize earlier in the game. This time you see them holding this vision nicely with Diablo and Blaze. Ooh, that was a risky rotation there. Rainer. Now the only one so far in defense. He doesn't have Hyperion. He has Rainer's Raider, and you see it destroyed there, so it's not going to be able to help defend against this as a Hyperion may have been able to. This fort might fall. Here's the Web Blast. Not going to be enough to finish that fort off. And that's it for the Red Web Weavers. No additional structures destroyed. Top, little bit of damage. Negligible amount. Not much to sweat about. Although Rainer might start sweating here. Camp Bella completely surrounded and killed. Now this fort, low-hanging fruit, also going to be picked off. Catapults will start spawning in the bottom lane. They're already spawning in the top lane where you see it approaching this top keep wall. It's going to be Johanna in response. Enough gems on hand, but it's Johanna holding on to the bulk of them. 23 still there. It's Michael. 30 gems now the total for Pigeon Stitches, trying to rebuild their gem count. They're working on clearing out this bruiser camp mid. Basically pretty clear. It doesn't make it anywhere close to the wall. All heroics online for both sides as we have 5v5 with Rainer respawning. Hanging out by this point is going to be Diablo charging onto Johanna. She pops Iron Skin. Zeratul looking for something. We'll see if he wants to pull that VP out. That's a few targets stacked up. Might be a decent look at it. Fox, of course, the linchpin in this composition. Holding on to 14 gems. Maybe not wanting to play it too risky. But look at this stack. It's too fat. Zeratul's got to start looking for taking it. Here it goes. Fight breaking out down the bottom. They got their sights focused onto Artanis as the VP hits the back line. We're waiting for that A-pot. Still nothing from Killer Fry. There it is. Maybe a little late, but no, it's not late. Combustion there as well. Getting the kill. Black and Avian with the jet propulsion getting the stun on Campbellas. He's down as well. Making a triple, and Pigeon Stitches might get 4 as Artanis surrounded by 4 red shirts, and Bummer Knots down as well. A quad kill for Pigeon Stitches, but they don't find the kill on Johanna, and that's the bank right there. 31 in the hands of Michael right now, as the boss going to be looked at and should be free here for Pigeon Stitches. Going to push in this top lane where a fort's already been destroyed. Let's check out what's been going on down bottom where Johanna has been forced to help clear out. This catapult's here. Didn't quite hit the wall yet. But Michael going to help add to this gem count. Another 3 gems still waiting here for him. As this boss is now finally secured by Pigeon Stitches. They're a few gems short, though, of getting this turn in. There's a couple hanging out at mid. 4 gems there right now. Blaze is going to have to go rotate up and grab them. One of them expiring. Gets it in time. There's the final 3 they need. And now Black and Avian with 4 gems on hand. Enough for this turn in. The rest of his team pushing up top with the boss. Let's follow this action. You see Mantis taking one of those living bombs, and they're starting to do some damage. Look at Zeratul flashing in as well. And Mantis has to use that well tap. The boss gets through the wall, but that's it. That's not really it. because red web weavers have been summoned. Black and Avian was able to get those 4 in the bank. They have 0 gems on hand. Actually, Zeratul holding on to 4 from this top lane he just grabbed. But if they don't get anything here, this is going to be a huge opportunity for Boogan Squad to get back into it because they still have gems on hand. But look at this, VP down, Apoc's available, here it comes. It lands on a few of the combustion as well. Oh my, kills are coming. Another 2, make it 3 for Pigeon Stitches. Bummernot still surrounded. He's got 29 gems now as Johanna fell. But he's gonna live. Web Weavers, they're gonna live. I don't think this top keep's gonna live though. Big push about to start. Pigeon Stitches here, 20 seconds until all these heroes get back up. And they're gonna start ripping through the health of this one quickly. Web Blast's gonna whiff, however, from the Web Weaver. Liz, hello? Hello? Your Web Weaver can't hit that barn? It's huge. Onto the core, the shielding is down 92%, make it 82%. As the retreat's gonna start, they don't want to risk too much in this fight, but they do get about a quarter of that core's health destroyed as Zeratul might fall here, blinking out, blinking back in. But Fox is gonna fall. 13 gems hit the ground as well. Bottom keep still standing. Mid keep still standing. It's just the one there for Pigeon Stitches, and they only have 6 gems remaining on hand, whereas their opponents 44 in the bank, 54 on hand. They can start thinking about getting a turn in and a late game turn in on even talents. Here goes Bummernot holding on to those gems they need. Gonna start channeling them off. Blaze still working on this camp down bottom, which is now going to be revealed. So Kel'Thot's going to have to join. Artanis walking down here. The rest of the squad not quite there, so they're not going to make it in time. So they do have their web weavers. They're looking for a fight. They find the flip. Blaze maybe in trouble. Great jet propulsion. Going to make sure that Ring of Frost hits nothing. So now heroic advantage in favor of Pigeon Stitches. They have their VP, they have their APOC and their combustion, which have been the tools that they've been using all night. Oh, and they got 3. Zeratul finds 3, rotating out. Here's the APOC. It's going to hit onto 2, and quick kill there onto Raynor. They might find more. No, not quite yet. Turnaround happening. Fox is low, but he gets away. Bummernot might try to finish him up, but I don't think he's going to be able to find him. Great little bit of healing by Whitemane, making sure no one else falls. Uses Tranquility from Malfurion, trying to make sure his team does the same as the turnaround still happening. 23 gems at the ground. They're going to be zoned out. And now opportunity to clear out Web Weavers. It's Pigeon Stitches holding sturdy with a Great Void Prison by Fox. No one has fallen, I want to say in like the last 10 or 12 minutes here for Pigeon Stitches. Keeping themselves in the game, keeping their structures alive. Still, gem count's gonna slightly favor Boogan
New follower
Squad,
detected.
but that was a hell of a lot of gems hitting the turf there. And exactly what Pigeon Stitches needed to do to keep their lead in this game. Now you see them hitting level 20. Boss must be soon. 30 seconds for the boss. And with their level 20s, that might be enough time for them to just take it. We'll see if they want to play it risky, but Diablo's still sitting full on Soulstone. They have a lot of gems on hand. They might try to cash some of them off now. Or maybe they just look for a fight. 5 seconds for that BP, Tranquility, just now coming online as well. And Fox is looking for it. You can just tell Zeratul will play on the front line. Not much to fear so far in this one. Gonna put a little spike there on Johanna. And nothing else doing. Boss is now available for either side. Bruiser Camp, not quite, but they're gonna make the rotation through it onto this bottom fort. They want to use their 20s and secure another structure. I don't think they can do anything. Just the respect here. You see Boogan Squad not wanting to walk anywhere near it. They go ahead and give up that bottom keep. Now 2 of them down. Top and bottom. Still no level 19 for Boogan Squad. Full level behind, almost 2 full levels behind. And Pigeon Stitches might be looking for it still. Fox nearby, he's got this VP still online. the rest of his team here. Looks like they just want to do the same exact thing to mid that they just did to bot. Just push in with these level 20s, take a fight. There's going to be the blessed shield. There's going to be the ring of frost. And it's going to get a kill on Kael'thas. The VP just way too late. APOC never came out with it. Or it came out early, I guess. So that's a double kill. That's gems on the ground from both Zeratul and Kael'thas. Black and Avian trying to walk away. Good zoning routes, Malfurion, Jet Propulsion, just for that bit of spacing. Blaze is going to live. Boss still available, and look who now has opportunity. This is an amateur opponent, Arcanus, who's going to absolutely shred through it. Rainer's still in lane, going to help clear up some of these minions. There's Catapult as well, as the minions on their side pushed all the way back by the core, which are not going to be able to push with this boss. But they will get the boss. No contest coming out from Pigeon Stitches with all those deaths. 11, make it 9 gems away. Our Boogan squad for the next turn-in. 3 gems hanging out up top. They're going to secure those as well as the boss approaching onto this top fort. No other structures remaining to help it live, and it's going to fall quickly. No rotation coming out. Looks like Pigeon Stitches willing to completely give up that top fort. Bottom push happening, but Jaina and Rainer back in response and try to keep whatever little bit of health they still have on their core. As you saw Pigeon Stitches earlier, move in onto that core, getting through 24% of it. They've gotten through 24% of his boss as well. You see it now, really the kill. They're going to finish it off. But gems are now on hand. Look at the count. Boogan squad, 25 on hand, 36 in the bank. They only need to get 24 of those in to finish it off. Looks like Mantis holding on to 18. Jaina going to be a priority to protect here on this point, and see the XP differential almost completely negated by Boogan squad, who took that game number 1. They can come back here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. They'll be moving on to the grand finals. So Pigeon Stitches, they have to hold sturdy. They gotta play this one out and find a win on Tomb of the Spider Queen if they want to send us to game number 3. We're already almost 22 minutes in, as Campbell is getting those final gems in, and there they go for Boogan squad. And now they're taking this Ring of Frost. Will hit onto 3. APOC not going to connect after the VP. Neither team getting any kills yet, but it's Blaze first to fall. His combustion didn't do enough damage. It's a big turnaround. Still going on. Blizzard connecting on the Zeratul. He falls. Rainer's still in chase. They're going to get Diablo as well. Souls reset. He'll be back up in 3 seconds, but it's a triple kill, and Webweaver is on the field right now for Boogan squad. I just mentioned how they won game number 1. So if they can come back now, that'll be it for tonight. See if Pigeon Stitches can get some heroes respawned in time. And Zeratul, 40 seconds still remaining until he's back up. Webweaver on this mid keep. And it's Boogan squad starting to make their push in. I don't know if there's enough in the tank to defend against this. Phoenix online in just 5 seconds for Kael'thas. But here come the boogeymen themselves. Boogan squad on the core. The shielding's down. 90%, 80, 60. Oh my god, it's going quick. 50%, 40. I don't think they can stop it. 20, 10, and it's gonna be Boogan squad moving on to the grand finals here in Division D, knocking out Pigeon Stitches with a 2-0 victory, and quite the comeback there on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Welcome back to our match summary, once again brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series. Holy smokes, they lose the kill count 8-14, but they got 3 kills when it mattered most. Paired them up with those Webweavers and a solid final push. Boogan squad will be the representatives out of the West, and they're going to face up against either Full Meta Jacket or Frankfurters from the East in those grand finals. I'm going to try to reach out, see if we can get an interview with someone here. Maybe they're already waiting for me. Let me hop in a lobby. Maybe they'll just join me. We'll find out, but I'm going to message Tom Peace really quick. Switch you guys back on over to this casting. Actually, I didn't show you guys the talents. I know some of you guys love to see those. Let me go back. There you go, talent screen. And pause if you're on YouTube later. And okay, switching back over to casting webcams. All right. Yeah, let me reach out to Tom Peace, see if they're available for an interview here. Interview. Send
We
one.
have arrived.
Oh! Hey, we're not getting one. We're getting the whole damn
You're getting
squad.
the whole squad.
It's Boogan's squad, the number 1 seed out of Division D West. Now the Division D West champions. How you guys feeling right now? Because that was quite the comeback in Tomb of the Spider Queen. You got to be a little hyped after that.
Don't call it a comeback. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Well, it was actually weird. We played a Storm League game right before that, and we had that exact comp that we played against Diablo Zeratol, and we let that happen a few times. We figured it out. And then
I mean, we drafted the white main to counter that. It's just a couple times white main got caught in the VP2, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was that one bottom lane white main played there by Tom Peace. I thought fantastic. You got the big heroic off. You landed the Scarlet. You just kept people alive, and you're able to kind of parlay that into finding that turn in late. But just kind of speak to the comfort you have knowing you got Tom Peace playing the Rhaegar, and then in game number 2 the white main, and really MVP performances in both games.
Well, I appreciate it. No, I think we all feel pretty comfortable with,
Tom did great, yeah.
I appreciate it. I think we all feel pretty comfortable with who we're gonna play, and we've got some good, we got some good ideas on what we want to do, and
I mean, we knew exactly what they were drafting game 1. We called the Vikings. We drafted around it. Game 2, we knew the combo they were gonna do. I mean, we knew what they were gonna do. We were prepared for it, so.
So let's talk a bit about game number 1. It was Sky Temple, and you just alluded to how they had those lost Vikings. And, I was struggling myself keeping up with a camera, seeing the rotations coming. I feel so bad for the Vikings in game number 1 because the rotations just came out all game long. You picked them off left, right, and center. Was that the game plan? Was just take it right to these Vikings and make sure they're not on the map?
You have to. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I think the one thing we were a little frustrated with ourselves where we got baited top one of the times for them to boss, and like right before that we were like we should boss, and we decided not to. Went up to kill the Vikings, and then as soon as we did that, Bummer now was like, dude, they're bossing. So we start walking down there, and sure enough, we're almost there, and they're fucking got the boss. We're like, god damn it.
Yeah,
but
let's try to keep it PG-13, guys. But
sorry.
It was close. I was watching the rotation coming down, and I was like, they might get here. No, it's just a little too late. But Sky Temple, even though you played up against the Vikings, you had a tremendous amount of XP stacked up throughout the game. You're able to get structures on the backs of those temples, and really that's the bread and butter of Sky Temple. Anything you want to note as to why that was so easy for you guys to walk on those temples? Is it just because of the hero advantage with them having Vikings, or was it something else?
It was the hero advantage from our part. They didn't really have any team fight, no follow-up damage on our answer there. So.
Yeah, their draft was really lacking damage, and say it was the bottom temple, we knew that we could have someone middle mounted up, and we'd still be fighting a 4v4 at worst, so.
Game number 2, though, a bit of a different story tonight. I kind of mentioned how it was a bit of a comeback. You lost some health on the core. It went down to 76%, I believe. You were able to push them back. But kind of speak to the mindset of what was going on in comms, and what calmed you guys down enough to be able to finish off what ended up being a Game 2 victory.
Well, we knew we were pretty far behind in levels there. We were 18 to 20, I think, at that point. So we knew we couldn't pick a fight unless there was somehow we got a little pick off. And I think we kind of waited it out long enough to where they started trying to push that mid keep,
once
and
they took mid keep, they were just tanking tower shots. It was definitely gave us an advantage there. I mean, they had the 20 there, but it gave us a chance to make a play there, and we made the play. And a lot of credit goes to these guys for getting the kills there.
I think this.
Another thing I noticed with your Tomb of the Spider Queen strategy, of course, this was your map selection. So
If you guys are watching at home, I'm sure you saw it too, but you guys were very intent on cashing in those gems at any and all times. There was no really like, let's all go, it was just like, you got gems, get them in the bank. Is this the strategy for you guys? Because it seemed to ultimately work out.
I think we change our strategy on that map every time we play it, so I don't even know. Yeah, I think we played a little more recently, and I think the first couple times we usually give up that first objective a lot of times on the map. Yeah, first turn in, and not on purpose. It's just something we were trying to figure out, and I think we were trying to make it a point to do that.
Our turn in was our Div D roots were showing right there. We kind of didn't,
Well, I mean, you guys weren't too far away for someone to peel out. Like, I know there was one point where their entire team was mid, and we were sitting mid as well, but a little closer to the point, and I was paying my 18 in at the end. But I knew they were there close enough for a bailout if it needed to be.
Yeah, but I gotta say too, they played really well that second game. They had us on our heels there for sure, and I think we figured out what they were trying to go for. As myself personally, I tried to stay back as far as I could, make sure I didn't get caught in that void prison and the Diablo ult, and I think it kind of helped there, and I think a lot of us did a good job spreading out. And the one thing I do want to say, going back to that last fight there where we kind of turned it over, Mantis landed a nice Ring of Frost, and it just we just demolished. I think it was Zeratul, maybe? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but it was right in the face of that VP as well. It was a great play. Hopefully someone at home was able to clip it for us.
Yeah, no, that was game changing right there. If he doesn't land that, there's probably a good chance we don't get a kill there, and we don't turn it around. So
yeah, I threw out a Blinded by the Light, and that thing went away in like half a second. Like, all the shields went away. I was like, oh my gosh.
So, if someone did clip that ring, though, go ahead and toss that my way.
I'm sure it'll make its way over to the highlights channel on the NGS Discord. But, hey guys, we now know who our Division D West participant in the grand finals will be. It's going to be you guys, Boogan Squad. But let's talk a bit about the matchup. Over on the East, have you had any time to check out Frank's Furters, or who's the other one I said? It was...
Is it Save
Full
the
Meta
Murlocs?
Jacket,
The
right?
Murlocs?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
it's Full Meta Jacket. Have you had an opportunity to check out either team, or one that maybe you would rather face in the finals, who you're rooting for maybe?
no, I don't say would say we've had a lot of time. I mean, we'll put that effort in for sure, and make sure we're prepared for it. But I think we're kind of just focusing on the game in hand, and now that we know what we're going to be doing, we'll have some good ideas on what we want to do there. So it'll be pretty interesting to play a team that we've never played before too, because most of these teams we've all played. So looking forward to it.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to seeing how this grand finals will finish up. I want to wish you guys, of course, the best of luck in that matchup. And of course, before I let you go, I got to give you time for some shout outs. I don't know who here wants to handle it, but the floor is yours, Boogan Squad.
I'm gonna do the same thing we always do. We shout each other out here. I think these guys are awesome. We play really well together. We enjoy it. And,
subscriber has been acquired.
It's our first time doing this together, and we never. I think Michael's been in a little amateur league before, but we have not. And I think a lot of people kind of counted us out for most of the season, and I think we proved that wrong. So.
Well done tonight. Boogan Squad going to be the representatives out of the West here in Division D.
Oh, Murda, I did say I said I would subscribe if we won, and so I just gave you a sub right there.
Okay, I didn't know that was you or who. I was gonna thank you in just a moment, but
Amazon Prime. Not a big deal.
No worries.
Nice.
Always appreciate the subs. Again, congratulations to you guys. Best of luck in those grand finals, and I'm sure everyone here in NGS will be tuned in, checking that one out. So we'll see you guys there.
All right, thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Murdo.
You guys are certainly welcome. Twitch chat, I love you guys. This is the final time you're going to see me on this channel this season. NGS Season 6 is done for twitch.tv/MurdaRG. The rest of my stuff, unless there's some crazy event where 2 grand finals are taking place at the same time and I'm casting one and it can't be on the NGS channel, barring something like that, this is it for my channel. So I want to say one special end of season thank you to all of you guys at Nexus Gaming Series. All of you guys who are players, other casters, part of the staff, any single way you contribute to NGS, from me to you, thank you and Papa bless. You guys are amazing. All the subs, bits, and everything this season have been tremendous. You guys are what make it worth it. So thank you so damn much. That's it for me. You know me as Murda. You'll see me in the grand final somewhere on the NGS Twitch. Make sure you stop in tomorrow night over there because it's Regen Red up against the Lost Vikings in the Division C East Finals. Twitch.tv/Nexus Gaming Series, 9 p.m. Eastern. You don't want to miss it. That's it for me tonight. I'm Murda. You guys are Twitch chat. Be good, be easy, and I'll see you in the Nexus.